Hi YouTube, it's Kerry coming at you with my 1 week post-op VSG surgery update. Sorry, got an alert on my screen. So I'm a day late. I had a house inspection this morning, so yesterday I was slowly and busily helping somewhat, in inverted commas, my husband tidy up the place. So that's why my video is late today. So I'll start with the numbers. I did buy new scales, so there's probably there is a bit of a variation in the weights, but I did jump on my old scales to make sure that my kilos or pounds lost was accurate, and then I'll just use my new scales from here on in. Hubby bought a set of scales that also measures your body fat and muscle and water and all that sort of stuff, so yay, that's exciting. And so now I'll have more stats to record along the way. So my highest ever weight was around 120 kilos or 264 point something pounds. Here's my little book one. Sorry, I'll have to put the conversions down, I think, because I can't really remember what they are. About 264.5 pounds, and that was back in February of 2010. My starting weight as of just before my pre-op diet, the highest I got after all my food funerals was 112.8 kilos, or I'm not too sure, 240 pounds, something like that. I'll put them in the comments below. And my weight as of yesterday, which was my 1 week post-op, was 100 kilos 0.8 or 222.3 pounds. So that's an overall loss of 12 kilos, pretty much, give or take a little bit because of the change of scales. So that's kind of exciting. I'm so close to Underland, it's not funny. That'll happen next week. That'll be very exciting. I haven't been under 100 kilos for over a decade, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm actually feeling fairly positive today, and yesterday was a good day too. The first week was really rough. Emotionally, I just felt broken, and I know there were so many things that came into play for that. I know coming out of anesthesia can bring your mood down. Obviously pain doesn't help, and the first 3 days I was in, like most people, I think it's the same story. The first 3 days are horrible. And then you sort of come home. I came home day 4, so on Thursday. I was still pretty uncomfortable, and I really had to stay on top of my pain medication schedule to keep that under control. But, each day, as everyone keeps telling us newbies, every day gets easier, and it's certainly the truest of statements. So it was a really, really rough week. I'm not gonna lie. I spent 6 of the past 8 days thinking that I had made just the most horrible mistake that I could never undo. And I have been known to make really bad mistakes in the past that I've just gone, okay, well, I've done that, and now I have to work out a way to make it better or make it go away and deal with it and move on. But for me, the feeling that I'd made that this surgery was a mistake was crushing, because, you know, it's not like I could go back and ask for my stomach to be put back in. And so it just really felt like I had done something really stupid. And I know rationally that there were so many things that came into play when I started thinking about the surgery, and then when I decided to go ahead with it, it's not that there was no planning or anything. It's not that the sleeves seemed to be the most in fashion weight management tool and I just needed to jump on that bandwagon. It was nothing like that. I really did consider this surgery carefully and with as much knowledge and understanding of what it was and how it worked and the consequences of it. So I knew that I'd done my research and I knew that this was the right thing for me to do health-wise, but just the emotional roller coaster that was this past week. Even as someone with bipolar, I've not experienced that level of doubt in my abilities and just the black hole that I sunk into thinking that I'd done something that I couldn't undo and it was absolutely the wrong thing to do. That was probably the worst part. I actually think that's been the worst part of this entire journey so far for me. It wasn't the pain, it wasn't the pre-op diet, it was this last week just really doubting this decision. But you know, now I'm day 8, and I'm seeing things a lot more clearly. I guess most of the drug hangover from, you know, the anesthetic and the morphine and all those sorts of things that bring you down are now current. You know, I'm done with those. They're out of my system, and that certainly helped. I've had a couple of really good nights sleep, because as a tummy sleeper I've really struggled to get comfortable and have decent sleep since coming home. It wasn't so bad in the hospital because I could manipulate the bed to be a bit more comfortable. So I really didn't struggle with the hospital bed at all. I struggled when I came home getting comfortable. So what else? I'm not hungry. I know when I need to eat because I just have no energy and I feel empty, I guess is the way to describe it, but I don't feel hungry. It's not like that all-consuming hunger that we would get even when we weren't really hungry pre-surgery. So that's certainly a different feeling. And the feeling of full is I just burp a lot. It's not pretty, but that's how I know that I've had enough. Thick soups and things I can probably do about sometimes a bit less than 100 mils, or, you know, like, I don't know what that is in ounces, 4 ounces maybe, something like that. But then clear broth and tea, I can down that like I was never sleeved. I don't have to be careful with the size of the mouthfuls or anything like that. I can drink a cup of tea as fast as my husband drinks a cup of tea. So that's certainly a good thing, because I'm a big coffee drinker, but I did enjoy tea, and I think I'm going to become a much bigger tea drinker because I am struggling with milk-based products. I'm not too sure whether it's lactose intolerance or dumping syndrome, but anything that I've had that's made fully on milk, or thus far, fully on milk has not sat well with me at all. Although this morning my coffee was made with lactose-free milk and so far no issues. So I'll make an appointment with my dietitian and we'll see if we can nut that one out. I'm really hoping it's not dumping syndrome, but you know, your sleeve is like a newborn baby, I keep getting told, so we just have to trial and error and see how we go. But I think that's pretty much all I've got to really talk about. A big shout out to my 20 Waiting for Me VSG Bec. You sent me the most beautiful bunch of flowers, thank you, and the lilies just smell amazing. So thank you, that really helped to brighten my day. And to everyone on Facebook who has given, and YouTube, who have given me so much support up to this point, when I've cried at you and I have whinged at you and I have really not felt good about myself and this procedure. You know, you guys have reassured me, along with, you know, my husband, who reassures me about 100 times a day that this was a good decision. You know, you kept reminding me that better days were coming, and I really appreciate all of that. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day and a wonderful week. Those who have recently been sleeved, I hope you recover quickly and without too many troubles. Those being sleeved in the next few days, good luck. I hope it goes smoothly for you. I still haven't worked on a catchphrase yet, guys, but I really feel like I should get one. I don't know what it's going to be. Something cool. I want it to be cool. Anyway, that's all for now. Bye.